Welcome, welcome, bienvenidos. Marbella, southern Spain, one of the tourist hotspots of summer in the Mediterranean in Europe. And there we have our backdrop there, the beautiful Mediterranean Sea, just literally a couple of 100 meters away from what is being hailed as the best paddle club in the world, the NAC, Club de Padel Nueva Alcantara, a birthplace of many a professional player playing at the upper echelons of paddle worldwide. And today, hosting the final of this A1 Paddle Global Tour final of this Marbella Masters. And what a final it is, as we see players. You can see the court marshal standing by next to the court, and soon the court announcer. Welcome everyone as the crowd starts to come in. Surrounded with lots of entertainment village.
Nueva Alcántara Club, el mejor club del mundo. Bienvenidos a la gran final A1 Padel Marbella Master.
Here at the Nueva Alcantara Paddle Club.
Comenzamos con la presentación de los jugadores. Pareja número 4 en el ranking. Último encuentro como pareja y se quieren despedir a lo grande. Desde Neuquén, jugando al try, el mariscal Adrián Tito Alemandi.
Not believe the man is 43 years of age, and you'll be able to see his actions on court. Evergreen is Adrián Tito Alemandi, playing with a body and an energy.
Desde Mar de Plata, 25 años, jugando al revés, Ramiro Pereira.
Pereira, 25 years of age.
Se enfrentarán a los mágicos, a los números 1. 8 finales consecutivas de 8 posibles. Están intratables. 5 títulos esta temporada y quieren agrandar su legado. Desde Lomas de Zamora, 26 años.
Lionel Tolito Aguirre,
en el drive,
magician,
el extraterrestre, Lionel Tolito Aguirre.
Yeah, big rounds of applause going around the court. Here to see Tolito. The crowd puller is...
Desde General Cabrera, su compañero, 28 años, jugando en el revés, el inventor de los golpes imposibles, Gonza Alfonso.
Alfonso, affectionately known as Gonza, the #1 ranked player on the A1 Paddle individual ranking, and also #1 in pairings.
El señor juez árbitro Antonio Chávez.
And Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemande in the all black. An all Argentinian final here for these players. Vast differences in the average age here. As we mentioned, Ramiro Pereira 25, Adrián Alemandi 43, and Tolito Aguirre 26, Gonzalo Alfonso 28 years old. Players have gone to bench. They'll be doing final preparations on equipment. They'll be talking to the coach and getting quickly back on court, where they will meet the match umpire, who will do the toss and player do the customary team photo for our social media channels and all the media. Tournament. And, once that happens, they will go through a 5-minute mandatory warm-up with the new balls for this tournament, and we'll take that time to take you through pen pictures of all the players and give you some background. This wonderful location. Well, there we have on the right hand side, Tolito Aguirre, Gonzalo Alfonso in the left, Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemandi.
Y un poco, sobre todo los dos compañeros vuestros que son los que tardan más, el tema del tiempo. No, ya, pero no voy a echar vosotros la loca porque llegan tarde también.
through their
¿vale?
paces,
A uno
telling him what he's expecting, what he'll be looking out for. I can tell you now that he'll be looking out for time wastages and foul serves. Also be supervising their video reviews when called for. Like Ramiro Pereira has won the toss and he'll be serving a little later. There on your screens is how these teams got to their final, to this final. You can see there on your screen, Ramiro Pereira and both teams, in fact, buys in the first round. Then in the round of 32, Pereira Monday dispatching Ease, Baltasar Parra and Philippe Calejo 6-3 and 6-1. Then into the next round, Florenzo and Borraquez 7-5, 6-1. Then it got a little bit tougher with Pedro Pereira and Facundo Lopez at 6-3 and 6-1. And then yesterday, taking on former number ones, current number twos in an epic three-setter, going the way of Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemonde 6-2, 4-6 and 6-4. Big exertion, calculated win, and lots of big match temperament there, particularly for young Ramo Pereira, who was going through a little bit of a pendulum exercise with his confidence in the match. On the other side, Tonito Aguirre and Gonzo Alfonso easily dispatching Javier Colanes and Miguel Morate 6-2, 6-4 in the round of 32. Then proceeding with Javier Perez Morillas and Reyes Pereira 6-1 and 6-4. Then a three-setter in the round quarterfinals with Santiago Frugone and Martin Abud, who incidentally will be playing with Tito Alemonde in the next tournament. That went down 4-6, 6-1, 6-2. And even though that 6-1, 6-2 sounds commanding, there were a few issues there for Torito Aguirre and Gonzo Alfonso. And then yesterday, a hard-fought two-set win over Jose Luis Gonzalez and Antonio Luque 6-4, 7-6 in a dramatic tiebreaker to find themselves in this final. Players going through the motions there. If you need reminding, the tournament format allows for or guides us with a best of 3 sets. Tiebreakers played at 6-all. And those tiebreakers, the standard tiebreak, first to 7, win by 2. That is our experienced umpire Antonio Chavez on screen, sheriff of the day. Of course, as in all A1 paddle matches and tournaments, the golden point rule applies. That is at deuce. The defending team will decide who receives, and it'll be a decisive point. On your screen there, first you saw Noel Kramer, who will be on the bench of Torito Aguirre and Gonzo Alfonso, and there, a very experienced and very likable Zeus Sanchez, one of the Monte Carlo International Sports A1 Paddle Academy coaches. He'll be on the Ramiro Pereira, Adrian Tito Alemonde camp. Very experienced coach himself, a former player on this tour, and he has a lot of work to offer. There's some statistics, of course. This is a rematch of the final played in Santiago de Chile, in the Chile Open just a couple of months ago, where we saw a tremendous three-setter going the way of Torito Aguirre and Gonzo Alfonso. 7-6, 3-6, and 6-7. Hard-fought win in a tiebreaker there for Gonzo Alfonso and Torito Aguirre. And that day, I can tell you that both teams were thoroughly exhausted. And Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemonde felt they could have swung that tiebreaker slightly differently and walked away with the prize. They are playing, of course, as you've heard throughout this tournament, for the very last time together as a partnership. They've been together since the beginning of this tournament and have reached 7 out of 8 semi-finals in that time, and 2 finals, that one in Santiago de Chile, where they took on Gonzo and Torito Aguirre. And here we are again in their second final. They'll want to bow out in style. Our Spanish media has called it the last dance of Pereira and Alemonde, and they'll for sure want to go out on a high, and will not be fazed or intimidated by the number 1 status of Aguirre and Gonzo Alfonso. Gonzalo Alfonso, of course, tremendous statistics. 8 tournaments played so far this year, 8 finals reached. Can't get any better than that. 6 of those 8 turned into victories, taking the trophy home, taking the Czechs home, twice beaten, once in France and once in La Rioja in Argentina, both times by Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, the number 2 ranked team and former number 1s. So they'll be full of confidence that they can make this number 8 and the 6th win. They'll be very much beaming with confidence to win this final, and of course strong favorites with the prevailing bookmakers as well as the crowd. Tolito Aguirre, of course, a big favorite, lots of positive description, nicknames given to him: the extraterrestrial, the Maradona of Padel, a magician, but there is another magician right next to him, Gonzalo Alfonso, known simply as Gonza, or the inventor of impossible shots. Warm up over, players will go out of court. There we see again the road to the final, and those players will just adjust equipment, check grips, rehydrate, and they'll be back on court shortly to get this match underway. The interim, we leave you with images of the crowd as we tell you a little bit about Marbella, of course, southern coast of Spain, in the province of Malaga, the district of Andalusia, and what a beautiful place it is. Interesting fact about Marbella, 25% of the population living in Marbella is not of Spanish origin, born and moved elsewhere and moved to Marbella. Nationalities, and that shows the appeal of Marbella as one of the top cities.
Según yo, normal, porque recién le pegué para arriba y entró bien.
320 days of sun on average in Marbella, and that in itself is quite a draw card.
A la salida del rulo con Rama.
No, este no es el rulo de Luque. No. Patas y hablándonos, nada más. Así ganamos, patas y hablándonos, así ganamos.
Cuando toque el rulo Rama, ahí no te preocupes tanto por el medio, que Leo va a ir ahí. No es que Rama de ahí la pone derecho a Leo. Así vos podés laburar bien acá. Con decisiones.
Lo mismo, acordate que Rama toca y vuelve muy rápido.
Tiempo.
Dale.
Vamos nosotros, ¿eh?
And of course, lots of celebrities have purchased homes and even lived in Marbella. We spoke yesterday about Joan Collins and George Clooney and Simon Cowell and the strong man from Rocky IV, Dolph Lundgren, having properties in the area and often seen on these paddle courts here of the Nueva Alcantara Paddle Club, once hailed the top paddle club in the world. Players seem to be getting back on court, getting about ready to get it underway. And do not forget the famous Puerto Banos just around the corner from this paddle club. Players will get this underway. Ramiro Pereira, as we mentioned earlier, won the toss, and he'll be getting this match underway serving with these new wonderful Knox titanium balls, the official provider of paddle balls for the A1 Paddle Global Tour for the 2024 season. And he goes to Tolito Aguirre with the first serve. Change of direction straight away. Ramiro Pereira giving a feel of the ball to both Gonzalo Alfonso and Tolito Aguirre. And Ramiro Pereira deals with that short return in emphatic style. 15-love is the scoreline. And that finish quite crucial there, I think, for the confidence of Ramiro Pereira. Struggling yesterday with conditions to be able to finish. In fact, not just Ramiro Pereira, but every player in the semi-finals. The heat and the humidity not really allowing the ball to kick high. And looks like Ramiro Pereira didn't need a kick there. Fake smash, confusing Tolito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso, and it's 30 off. Deep serve into the quadrant, well dealt with by Tolito Aguirre, and Pajada into the corner, once again forcing both players into a touch. Alemande goes for the corner, doesn't quite deal with it. Let's bring in the ball around, forcing Gonzalo Alfonso and Tolito Aguirre to switch positions. Alemande and Rami Pereira also having switched back where they should be. And beautiful finish there, Gonzalo Alfonso off the backhand volley. just bringing it over the net into the fence, just narrowing that acute angle there to the right of Tito Alemandi. 30-15 the scoreline. As we said yesterday, conditions very complicated for the players, and today again a 30-degree on Celsius on the thermometer, 44% humidity, and a light 14-kilometer wind. Yesterday players were lobbing really high because of the height, looking for the mistiming of players off the bounce or on the way down. And the hard finishing with the kick smashes was pretty erratic all round. And if the early stages are anything to go by, it seems a little better today. Rami Pereira, 3 big finishes in a row, all getting the desired kick. 40-15 is the scoreline as he goes to Tolito again. And the first serve was a let. He goes for a repeat of that. This time he doesn't clear the net. We'll go a little higher and a little slower. Tito Alemandi opens the gap. Ramiro Pereira behind Tolito, who had switched positions, and first blood, Pereira and Alemandi. There'll be a quick switch around now, no big wasting of time as players go out for this first game serve. And we're likely to see Tolito Aguirre serving next.
Tiempo.
Much has been made of this last dance for Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemandi. And last dance it is, if you follow the A1 Padel Global Tour, you'll know Tito Alemandi used to play with Tolito Aguirre, and they did so for a great part of the 2022 season and the entire 2023 season. And they split up in season. Tolito Aguirre partnering with Gonzalo Alfonso, and Tito Alemandi taking on young Ramiro Pereira and mentoring him into what has been a pretty successful partnership for the season thus far. However, it seems to be the end of the road, and for the next tournament, that being the Asturias Open, the first week of September, Tito Alemandi will be pairing up with the young Martin Abud, 21-year-old young man, rated 16 in the world, so very close in rank to Ramiro Pereira. Promising young player, a little bit younger than Ramiro Pereira, and Martin Abud hailing from Paraguay, already on tour on the A1 Global Padel Tour for the last couple of years. Wow, what a finish there for Tolito Aguirre. Dropping it across into the fence. No chance there for Tito Alemandi. 30 love is the scoreline. Ramiro Pereira not going to be left in the lurch with the split. And takes on Martin Abud as a partner. Pereira will be seen at the Asturias Open, teaming up with Juani Di Pasquale. What a feast for the aficionados of young talent and the development of young talent on paddle courts. Juani Di Pasquale, the golden boy of paddle on the A1 Padel Global Tour, the youngest winner of a Masters tournament Global Tour history. He'll be teaming up with Ramiro Pereira. Juani Di Pasquale, of course, left-handed. He'll be playing in the drive position. Ramiro Pereira will stick to the revers, and that is a mouth-watering partnership that is beaming with young talent, raw, adventurous talent, and lots to look forward there from those two. One apiece is the scoreline here in the first set. Honors even, and players are just feeling each other out. We don't expect to see early breaks, not in the final, and certainly not in a final with players of the caliber of these two teams. But despite the commentator's curse, Padel is here to equalize all things. Alfonso the kick. Ramiro Pereira out of court, catches it, just can't get it back. Or does he? We'll see the replay here. Oh, unfortunately, he does get it back. Hits the net post. Point goes the way of Aguirre. Monday advancing. Padel taking charge there of that net, finishing with a hard and low volley just behind Gonzalo Alfonso. No chance there for Gonzalo Alfonso. Finished emphatically. Speed and accuracy by Tito. Wonderful hook shot there, Rami Pereira. Him and Gonzalo Alfonso exchange pleasantries cross court. Change of direction from Rami Pereira. Goes for a drop shot. Gonzalo rescues it, but leaves his side of the court exposed. Tito Alemande takes full advantage of that. Into the corner. Gonzalo Alfonso. That one there from Gonzalo Alfonso, a little bit too much lift. 40-15 is the scoreline. Gonzalo Alfonso and Tolito Aguirre being slow starters of late. Lots of problems to find their rhythm in the last few games, particularly, in fact, most games during this tournament. They've struggled to find their rhythm in the first set and early stages. They have come back strong and they have finished, and that's why they're finalists. But certainly they have struggled to find. There's a perfect example of that. All the difficult shots Tolito Aguirre got into them, and then comes the easy drop. Alfonso, wonderful that shot. He's well dealt with by Rami Pereira. There's Tito Alemande using all his years of experience, boasting of that glass. And then the easy shot, Tolito Aguirre just over.
Que no te pille los pies. También hay que jugar con el resultado.
Ahora la revienta Gonzalo Alfonso. Se vende Gonzalo Alfonso.
El duelo de ese punto. Hay que pasarlo ya. Estamos en el noveno juego, tercer set. No hay momento ya para darle muchas vueltas al tema.
Se le va. Esto es 5 iguales. La patatita caliente. La tienen ahora los número 1. La saca por 4. 40-15.
And we're back on court with Pereira and Alemande leading by 2-1. And
Tomen asiento, por favor.
short break. We saw a preview of one of our next events. Gonzalo Alfonso will serve now. See the highlight of there's that beautiful drop shot, Rami Pereira. Alfonso reaches,
Por favor, tomen asiento, el juego continúa.
that exposed Tito Alemande into the corner. No answers provided there by Tolito Aguirre.
Por favor,
Gonzalo
el juego
Alfonso just
continúa.
nerve 1-2
Tomen
down
asiento.
first set.
Por favor. Gracias.
By Antonio Chavez asking the crowd to settle down and sit down, not to move around in between points.
Por favor, tomen asiento. Sit down, please.
Distraction with these panoramic paddle courts. Wonderful for filming, but
Thank you.
often create confusion with the crowd and the players. And always difficult when there's a capacity crowd in the house, as we have here today. Of course, Marbella replete. Ooh, Gonzalo Alfonso goes for his trademark shot, his first attempt thus far in the match. Straight kick smash, straight down the line. Times it into the net. Finish there, hard and low with the slice. Off that shot into the back glass. 15-all is the scoreline. Monday looking for the height on that lob. Alfonso letting it bounce this time. Goes across with Bandeja to Pereira. And once again, Alfonso not quite got his eye in. Goes into the net. Trying to take the pace off that, but into the net it goes. 15-30 is that scoreline now. Yeah, with some power, leaves it short. Rami Pereira will be disappointed. Easy finish on offer there, and he sees the lights. The glory fills his eyes, and he goes hard and straight into the glass. Tonito Aguirre is thanking his lucky stars there. 30-all the scoreline. Could have been a little tricky with some break points on offer if that had stayed in. Fortunately for Alfonso and Aguirre, it didn't. Excellent block off the Macada there by Alfonso. Just over the net. Awkward bounce. You can see awkward bounce off the fence. Alemande can't quite get underneath the ball. These are the pendulum changes in the sport of paddle. And that big hit there from Rama Pereira gone in. It would have been 15-40. Instead, it's 40-30. Rama Pereira getting the kick off the glass. Might get it. Forces the golden point. First golden point of the match. 40-all. Tito Alemande immediately raises his hand. And he'll be receiving from Gonzo Alfonso. Break opportunity on offer here. Early stages, important. Aguirre goes to the corner, doesn't quite finish it. This time he goes high. Well followed up there, Tito Alemande. Chooses not to let it bounce this time. This corner Bandeja this time goes the opposite side of the wall. Repeats the shot back where it came from. Alfonso exchanging pleasantries there, goes for the kick, doesn't get it. Left touch from Rami Pereira. Fake kick smash. Alemande changes direction. Wonderful point building up here. Patient play. Alemande says, I need that net. Sends it high. In the corner. Looking for a short return by either Tolito or Gonzo Alfonso. Not happening. Block from Tolito. Very good. Drive. Slice. Leaves it short. Rami Pereira says, thank you very much. That's the one I've been waiting for. Excellent patient play here. Brilliant point. Not quite a puntako, but what a point. Lots of patience here by both teams, and eventually it pays off. There's the hit from Gonzo Alfonso. Doesn't quite clear. The angle doesn't allow for the distance on the kick. Rami Pereira well positioned at the net, into the ground, out of court. First break of the game. 3-1. Rami Pereira, with ball in hand, will be looking to force this early advantage in the first set. As we said before, Aguirre and Alfonso have been starting slow, and Pereira and Alemande will be looking to take advantage of that.
0-30.
Goes Alfonso there with the gancho, balanced on the back foot. Finally starting to get some kick off those shots of his. And they switch positions. Rami Pereira. Cross court into the turn. Gonzalo Alfonso equal to the task there. Pereira and Tolemande in control at the net. Need to try and push them back. Not quite getting it, but Gonzalo Alfonso says, thank you very much. You forgot to see me transitioning. And I'm going to the feet of Rama Pereira. Love 40 for counter break opportunities here. Pereira and Tito Alemandi not able to take advantage of that early break thus far. Can they come back? We'll soon see. There's the General Alemandi in deep consultation with his young protege. Can't be happy about this. Just broken, and now you love 40 down. You should be forcing the advantage through. I want Rama Pereira to be taking it easy, keeping his cool. Well defended there, Rama Pereira. And a mistake there from Gonzalo. He's disappointed. Unforced. Looking for the finish. You can see Rama Pereira defending for his life as his Tito Alemande leaves it short. The gap is there. Gonzalo Alfonso goes in mid-air and doesn't quite get the ball over the net. He's disappointed with himself. You can see that he's a total professional, total perfectionist. He sets himself really high standards when he trains, and he didn't like it. Nevertheless, 3 break-up point opportunities still available, and the counter break will be very important for both Alfonso and Aguirre. Alfonso makes no mistake. Dribbles, goes sideways, his counter break on. Advantage taken away, and honors even once again. We'll take a quick break and listen to the coaches at the benches for the first time, and we'll see you shortly.
¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿En qué estás cambiando? ¿Sabes que estás apurando en pegar? Tomate una más, pega un bibolazo, no pegue.
Yo en vez de decirle tirá, en vez de decirte tirá.
Pero ya está, me equivoqué, no pasa nada. Te estoy diciendo para que vos te equivoques.
¿Sos humano?
No pasa nada, ya está. Pero igual voy a la actitud.
Fíjense que hacemos un reclamo.
¿Sos humano?
Activamos, y mejor.
Bueno,
ya
sí,
está.
sí, pero tuvimos que esperar que suceda.
Pero no importa, ya está, ya activamos. Después lo hablamos la semana.
Vamos a ir de atrás siempre para así activamos.
Bueno, si quieren seguimos por atrás,
Pero no sos vos, Vos empezaste a los gritos el primero.
¿Y después?
Así te necesito, después negro, dale.
Vamos ahora, de ahora para adelante, ya pasó, vamos de ahora para adelante. Mejor que activemos, dale.
¿Hacemos 2 games seguidos ahora? y se termina el partido. Ya viste cómo habla Tito ahora, ya cambia.
Aparte, Ramiro le está diciendo un poco, está cansado. Para ganar alguna le pongo en juego, ojo,
Bueno, pues no
pero vamos a
no
eso.
perdemos
Ahí,
agresividad.
escuchá, ahí tenemos que, si no se define, por lo menos metemos presión por el centro.
Y sobre todo, no me permito ningún regalito, ningún momento. Sobre todo si tengo a los dos tíos atrás, no regalo ninguna bandeja y no regalo ningún remate. Trabajo y agresivo. Y patas, no hay nada más. Ya sabemos por dónde va el partido. Está a nosotros. A nosotros. A nosotros. Habla, Rami, habla, Dale.
Al servicio de Leonel Aguirre. Esperen, por favor. Tomen asiento, por favor. El juego continúa. Tomen asiento.
Players back on court there. Coach Kramer and Sanchez offering lots of guidance there to both teams. Ryan Chavez getting the crowd under control. And Umpire Chavez is in for quite an evening as he tries to control this capacity crowd. The lob there, a little bit too long from Tito Alemande. Not his usual accuracy and control. A bit of confusion there with that softer shot from Torito Aguirre down the middle. A bit of confusion between both Rama Pereira and Tito Alemande as to who should be getting that ball. That's a shot affectionately known as the divorce line shot by all amateurs around the world. Lots of argument and confusion there. And Rami Pereira this time making amends into the ground out of the court. 30-15 is the scoreline. They're trying to get young Rama Pereira to take it easy, not be excited, stick to the battle of attrition here. Aguirre once again benefiting from the awkward bounce off the fence. Good positioning by Alemandi, but ball just dying as it comes off the mesh. Always a good shot. Try and get into the mesh. Torito Aguirre with a reflex block off the glass there on that first big hit from Alemande. And he gets it, but the second one from Rami Pereira, no one was going to do anything about. 30 all, apologies, 40-30 is the score now. All recovered there by Torito Aguirre. High in the air, that looping lob. Torito Aguirre does that so well. Off the backhand. The persistence rewarded with yet another golden point as Gonzalo Alfonso sends that backhand straight into the O of Knox in the net. There's Alemande again doing some coaching. When Tito Alemande retires, he's going to make a tremendous coach. He's so good at, and particularly this season, we've seen the results of that as he gets Rami Pereira really motivated and really working hard. At return, however, after the week, Alfonso finishes that hard and fast. You can see that he prepares, he waits, and finishes to the side of Alemandi. Not interested. It's his point. Don't leave them short to Gonzalo Alfonso. He will punish you. 3 apiece. And the tension is starting to feel palpable. wonderful, wonderful volley there at the net by Tito Alemandi. Torito Aguirre on the move, and completely off balance, unable to turn. There's a lesson in there for all of us amateurs and intermediate players out there playing paddle. The return coming straight back to where the first one was is very difficult to deal with. Player is in movement, readjusting, repositioning, not always easy to turn. Pereira with a big kick. Players getting a lot of kick today. This wasn't happening yesterday in the semi-finals. The humidity was a little higher yesterday, so the balls were sticking a little, not bouncing the way they should off the glass. 40-15 is the scoreline. There's our famous war cry from the general, who serves Charlie Mande. We like to see Tito Alemandi enjoying himself. Pereira with a fake smash, well defended Gonzo Alfonso. And Torito Aguirre doesn't quite get that. A little step short. 4-3. We're going to take a little commercial break. When we come back, we're going to tell you all about what has happened in this tournament thus far and how it has culminated in this wonderful final that you witnessed right now on your screens.
¿Sabías que este Marbella Masters será el último torneo de 3 de las mejores parejas del circuito? Te lo contamos. Y el movimiento que origina todo esto es la separación de Martín Abud y Santi Frugoni, que a partir del siguiente torneo de Asturias separan sus caminos. Y con ellos otras 2 parejas. Se generan 3, se mezclan entre ellos y te las contamos ya. Ese efecto dominó ha generado que se separen las parejas número 3 de Pascual y del Moral y la pareja número 4, una pareja que ha estado casi siempre en semifinales, como son Rama Pereira y Tito Alemandi. ¿Cuáles se quedan? Pues ya la podemos ver en las inscripciones de Asturias. Y es que, fijaos, las parejas que nos resultarían serían de Pascual con Pereira, Alemandi con Abud y también la vuelta de Frugoni y de Matías del Moral. ¿Qué te parecen estas parejas? Te esperamos en comentarios. ¿Quién crees que será la primera que levante el título?
Tiempo. Al servicio Gonzalo Alfonso. Segundo servicio. Pero 15. Iguales. Primer servicio.
Dale, Jotito, los dos, Rama atrás también. Está lejos, la mitad ahora, los dos, amigo. Sí, tocando y se va a ir, sube. Atrás, Rama, mira rápido solo. Bien.
15-30.
Vamos,
40-30. Joaquín Alfonso, 4 iguales, primerse, al servicio Ramiro Pereira. Tiempo. Cero. Treinta cero. Cambio de bolas.
O sea, estoy con confianza, ¿eh?
Por eso. No tenga la sensación de que porque falle una bola se acaba el
No,
partido.
estoy perfecto.
los dos que tienes delante no te van a enterrar ninguna bola. No hace falta que me las juegues con tanto. Esos dos fallos que tú tienes ahí. Es porque te crees que el que está delante hazlo pelotear, hazlo jugar, cambia ritmo. No se muere nadie. Respira que no se muere nadie, pero elígeme bien. No se muere nadie. Agacha el culo y no haces trabajar a los dos. Y levantas por el lado paralelo, levantas ahí, pero no se muere nadie. No se muere nadie.
Escucha, Rama, proponemos... Vamos, si lo sabes hacer, dale.
Cancha del orto, boludo. Restás 2 veces bien y pica mal.
Sí, eso es lo que me gustó. Perdóname que te lo recalque de vuelta, pero lo que me gustó. Llegaste con el saque de ellos. Vos llegás a la red, una bandeja te dejo. Después, amagámele que le pegás, buscame la reja, cambiarle la velocidad a la víbora, pero hacémele algo más. Sobre todo cuando están con el saque de ellos.
Vos fíjate que ellos también, Ramos tiene el globo corto, le pega mal, este también le toca mal de arriba. Está difícil de arriba, se mueve.
Bueno.
Si querés intento, pero no le quiero tirar afuera, boludo.
Vos escuchate lo que te dije yo. Amagá que vas a pagar y no pegues. Pero no te compres vos mismo, porque no te está trayendo la pelota tuya.
Tiempo.
Vamos, están bien,
Vamos acá.
Vamos.
Mantén tu trabajo, picha, tu trabajo. Dale, yo sé que es difícil.
¿Te puedo pedir un favor?
¿Cuál?
Que esta toalla no se quite de acá. Por favor. Acá, déjala ahí.
Welcome back to court, and some sound gremlins crept in there, and been resolved. Our apologies for the technical issue there. And hopefully I'm back with you. And if you've just joined us, my name is Paulo de Carma, and I'll be keeping you company with English commentary right here on the A1 Padel Global Tour YouTube channel. New innovation, English commentary on all tournament semi-finals and finals for the 2024 season. And, we'll try and take you through some of those observations of the previous 2 games where we lost the sound. And one of those observations was Rami Pereira, how talented and what a great student he's been for Tito Alemande over this first part of the season. And how, despite the talent, still a little erratic on a lot of his shots. Still looking for consistency, and but getting better and better all the time. Already had 2 real big match points at his, or game points at his hands. Not able to finish. There we go, some erratic play once again. Trying to be a little too clever and looping the ball behind. Torito Aguirre, ball going straight into the fence. Alfonso emphatic in that finish. Looking for the gap on the court being left behind as Tito Alemande covers the center after Rami Pereira does something really awkward and strange with that return. 5 apiece, quick and easy, that for Aguirre and Alfonso as they begin to find their feet. No breaks. In fact, there have been 2 breaks in this first set. 1 for each side, so honors even. And as predicted, the last time these 2 teams met, that's exactly what happened. A tie break in the first set, 7-6, going the way of Alemande and Pereira, then dropping the second set by 6-3, and the third and final set again in a tiebreaker, 7-6. And that was a couple of months back in Santiago de Chile at the Chile Open earlier in the year. And that was the other final that Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemande reached thus far in the 2024 season. They have done really well. They've reached 7 out of 8 semi-finals, 2 finals. And, lots to be proud of here for Ramiro Pereira and Tito Alemande. On the other side of the court, though, the form pairing, 8 tournaments, 8 finals, 5 wins thus far, looking to make it 6. Certainly the team in form. Not just form, dominating form. Being pushed here by Alemande and Aguirre. 15-all is the scoreline as the pressure mounts from Aguirre to Alemande. You can see there how close Tolito Aguirre came to the net there as he was looking for a block off that bandeja from Tito Alemande. 15-all. This time Ramos Pereira hard and low off that swivel, just over the net. Jose Alfonso with the block straight into the net as well.
Quince.
40-15 is the scoreline here. Deep consultation again at the back of the court there. Alemande and Pereira. Alemande this time goes down the tee to Tolito Aguirre. Trying to force the short return from Tolito. Not quite getting it. High in the air now as Tolito and Jose Alfonso drop backwards. The drop shot there from Rami Pereira as Tolito Aguirre and Jose Alfonso exchange positions. Tolito Aguirre goes for the spectacular as the ball comes to his feet again, lets it go, tries to do a boast off the double wall. Really incredible. The confidence this man has to even attempt a shot like that is incredulous. And you can see there, Jose Alfonso must have said, "What was that?" And he's saying, "Well, I had to try it. We were 40-15 down." And 6-5 the scoreline. We're going to listen to the benches and we'll be back to you in a little while.
Bueno, fíjate,
ninguno de los 6 games,
pero fíjate que en este game tiraron 2 y avanzaron. Yo creo que esa es la clave. Si no lo terminan pasando a Rama, esa es la clave. Tenemos que pinchar
¿Y
para
cuántas
ir.
veces lo hicimos? 2.
Bueno.
En 6 games.
Vos lo que no tenés que hacer es tirar el pif al pedo al medio. ¿Para qué te metes la volea? Vos si con esta no te lo comés, vos preferís que vayas con Tito derecho para que él no presione con la volea. ¿Entendés? Vos sos el que decide. Estoy cómodo, avanzo.
Yo creo,
si no me saco el problema derecho.
Creo que también con Tito podemos pinchar mejor.
No estamos ni generando volumen, boludo, de fondo.
¿Con Tito qué?
Con Tito podemos pinchar mejor.
Cambio una. Tiro una, le busco un ángulo. Esa alegría, Rami, esa alegría, pero siempre nos dan más que nos quita. Mírame.
Vamos, bestia, ¿eh?
Vamos nosotros. Y esas patas en ataque. Vale. Ese moquito y esas patas. Ese moquito y esas patas.
Yo quiero que juguemos a la contra en esta, ¿eh?
Vale. ¿Cómo es? Señores, vamos a buscarlo. Un buen recito, un buen recito. Vamos a buscarlo. Se nos va a quedar para generar...
Tiempo.
Me la tiro, Rama.
Vamos, Ramita, bien, vos, va.
Como la doble pared que está tirada ahí de revés. ¿Te la tiras? Me suda de algo que vaya afuera, hostia. Me da igual que vaya afuera. Vale.
Tense moments here on your screens. Ramo Pereira and Tito Alemande already back on court. Coach Zeus Sanchez telling Ramo Pereira, you're moving well, getting to the right positions. There's that fantastic point there, that banger point from Jose Alfonso. Tremendous finish there. Tremendous from all the players involved. In the end, there can only be one winner. Jose Alfonso into the net there. As we were saying, Alemande and Pereira leading this 6-5, so 5-6 is the scoreline. It's now or never in terms of a break, otherwise we'll have a tiebreaker, which once again will be a replay of the Chile Open first set to a tiebreak. Rami Pereira doesn't want that tiebreak. Watch how he runs out of court here, and this time he gets it right, takes the pace off. A little lower, taking the opportunity away from Jose Alfonso to finish. Well played, Ramiro Pereira. I keep saying it, what a talent this young man is. measured return of that bajada there from Tito Alemandi. Looking for the double war corners. First to one side, then to the other. A little unfortunate there, Rami Pereira. Looking for the corner. Catching Tolito Aguirre moving in the wrong direction. Ball clips the top edge of that net and just drops. We spoke earlier about Marbella, its tourist capital in the southern part of Spain in the Mediterranean. And these wonderful tournaments. The One Padel Global Tour Marbella Masters. When you finish, you need a little bit of rest. 17 golf courses to go with those 27 kilometers of sandy beaches. And a lot of those golf courses, championship golf courses, of course. One of the highest concentration of golf courses in southern Spain. Too much power there from Rami Pereira for defense, and we have a tiebreaker. 6 apiece and a complete repeat of the Chile Open earlier on in the year. First set in a tiebreaker between these two. Pereira with a power. Tolito Aguirre gets the nick there on reflex, just off the wall. Incredible how many of those Tolito Aguirre gets. His reflex is really on point. Gets the racket in the way of the big smash. He's done it at least twice in this game. That's the third one. But the drop not far enough. And Rami Pereira finishes emphatically. Love one. As Tolito Aguirre now goes for his first of his 2 allotted serves. First one to Ramiro Pereira. Tolito into the fence. Up 2. Big Machado there from Alfonso. Fernando flips it, doesn't quite get enough on it to get it back over the net. He retreats, the ball comes off the glass, he tries to get underneath it, gets contact, but not enough. You can see Gonzalo Alfonso pleased as punch. Good return. Alemande with a war cry. Slightly mishit that one. Gets away with it. There from Alemande. Rama Pereira tries to do exactly what Gonzalo Alfonso did in the previous point, but he goes into the top of the net. Almost a replica shot, but doesn't come off as it did for Gonzalo Alfonso. 2-2. Alemande to serve. That retreat there from Alemande. Desperate lunge. One get past the net area, and Gonzalo Alfonso well positioned. Look at that, just a casual wrist flick into the ground, out of the court. It's both of Alemande's serves in the pocket. And video review called. Tito Alemande says Gonzalo Alfonso touched the net. Gonzalo Alfonso says not a chance. And, off we go to the sheriff. our umpire Antonio Chavez, and our production team will provide the video evidence. You're sure to see a replay of that on your screen. Antonio Chavez will make the determination, and we'll see where this goes. Of course, crucial, it's a tie break. It's the first set that is at stake here. See there, Gonzalo Alfonso and Tito Alemán, they're both going to the net. They want to be the first to here. Oh, actually, Tito and Tolito, big smiles on their faces, big friends off court. These two.
Revisión de vídeo determina que el golpe es bueno.
And the decision goes the way of Tito Alemán.
Aguirre Alfonso. Al servicio Gonzalo Alfonso.
And the net goes Ramiro Pereira. Not ideal. 4-2 now is the score. The way of Tolito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso. Apologies, I gave you the wrong information there. The decision did not go the way of Alemán and Pereira. Gonzalo Alfonso did not touch the net on that click, and hence the score went 3-2. Then with Ramiro Pereira going into the net on that one, 4-2. So advantage certainly in the camp of Alemán, apologies, of Tolito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso. 4-2 as Gonzalo Alfonso goes deep towards Tito Alemán. That one a little too deep, so he'll go again. A spectacular once again. 5-2. That bounce, you can see that bounce off the tin doesn't quite bounce the way it should. Tito Alemán is there. The ball comes off the edge of his racket instead of the full face. High into the air. Tolito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso growing in confidence. 6-2 in this tiebreaker for the first set. It's power, goes low, hard, down the line. Tolito Aguirre. Smash. This time he finishes. 3-6. Not quite fast enough. Gonzalo Alfonso there on that one. Down the line, down the middle he goes. Right there, first one, second one from Ramiro Pereira. Angles it again into the turn on the front of second time, second point. Almost the replay of the previous one, a couple of steps back. And that's the first set. Aguirre and Alfonso. 7-6 after a rather chain tiebreak. And that takes into consideration what tight set that was. So 7-6 goes to
la recuperación. No, 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 no. Lo cacho, cerrá que nos vamos, Polidoro. Fantasía. ¡Puntaco, amigos! ¡Qué locura, por Dios! Gracias, chicos. Si alguien no conoce. Opta por el
Y le damos ese fuertísimo aplauso.
There is our set summary, and you can see there fairly even across all those statistics, perhaps the little difference being the golden points or the unforced errors, but a very, very even set that was, tiebreaker being the decider. Evenly matched teams thus far, and of course we keep harping on about this being a repeat of the final of the Chile Open just a couple of months ago in Santiago de Chile. But in that game, the first set tiebreaker went the way of Pereira and Alemande, 7-6 this time. The script has been turned on its head, and it goes 7-6 the way of Aguirre and Alfonso. Back then, in Chile, the second set went the way of Aguirre and Alfonso by 6-3. Are we to see a repeat, or will Pereira and Alemande mount a challenge? So, we were telling you earlier on about how Marbella, up until the 1950s, was a iron mining town and a fishing city, and how it once produced 75% of Spain's iron ore. Well, it only became really a famous tourist town in the 1950s. And how did that come about? Through an accident, an absolute freak of an accident. Let me tell you a little bit about that. In 1946, the German Prince Maximilian de Hohenlohe-Langenburg and his son Alfonso were traveling in the area where their Rolls-Royce car broke down. And at the time, Marbella was just a fishing community with about 900 people. The prince and his son loved the place so much and the time that they spent while the car was broken down. They built a home for themselves. They bought some land, sold plots to their wealthy friends from the Thyssen and Rothschild families, and the rest is history. Their original home, which they built, which was the Finca Santa Margarita, is now been converted into the famous Marbella Club, which was the first upscale hotel in the Costa del Sol in 1954. And that was the beginning of what Marbella is today. One of the thriving metropolises in the Mediterranean, and certainly a hub for tourism. Many celebrities around the world flocking to Marbella for holidays and for their second homes. Quite interesting that, don't you think? In the interim, even more interesting is the fact that Tolito Aguirre is serving to Roma Pereira 15-30 in the first game of the second set. That first set going the way of Aguirre and Alfonso 7-6 in a tiebreaker. And as the sun goes down and the lights on the court go up, see the capacity crowd on your screens, front, right and left, and I can assure you that the area closest to your screen is just as cool. Umpire Antonio Chavez is having a real hard time trying to control the crowd here and the excitement as they move and cheer between points. Temperature still a warm 30 degrees, although humidity has dropped 44% to 36%. Still a light breeze, also dropped from 14 kilometers per hour to a real cool 12 kilometers per hour, so not a lot of impact from the wind. Tolito with a burst off the glass. Tried one of those yesterday in the semi-final, didn't quite come off. That one certainly did. Good block there, Gonzalo Alfonso, off that powerful vibra from Rami Pereira. That's right, Tolito Aguirre. Gonzalo Alfonso can't resist the temptation, goes hard into the net, golden point. First game of this first set. There's that post off the glass. A spin as it comes off the back wall. Pereira reads it really well. Golden point, first one of the second set. Been pretty even in terms of golden points so far. And Rama Pereira has chosen to receive. And Dogiri to serve. This time it's Tito Alemande trying to be creative for that topspin loop. Looping shot in the direction of the fence. All over carries. First golden point the way of Aguirre and Alfonso, and the break averted. 1-0. Aguirre and Alfonso, second set.
Tiempo. Iguales. Primer servicio. Segundo servicio. Iguales.
Dale, dale. Prendilo vos. Toca arriba y se va, si no. Bueno, buena.
40-30.
Is that scoreline? Alfonso into the back glass. More disappointment there, Rama Pereira. Yet another bandeja. Second one in this game. Misdirected. The first one went into the side glass. This one into the net. Both relatively easy shots. And the golden point forced here. Potential break opportunity here for Alfonso and Aguirre. Alfonso to receive. Pereira trying to make up for the error. Aguirre goes for that slide into the fence. That shot has done him so well, been very profitable to employ that shot to the angle of Tito Alemandi. Both teams spreading the ball around. Rama Pereira electing not to go for the early take there. Let's come off the glass. Too low, can't get it up. There's the break. And you can see the celebrations there. Gonzalo Alfonso and Tolito Aguirre know what this means. That's a break, an early one in the second set. You see there in the background of your picture, Tito Alamandi's head drop immediately. Not happy. Coach Zhu's looking almost philosophically. Coach Zhu's, of course, the Greek name. Greek god Zeus. Trying to bring some of that Greek mythology and Greek philosophy to the game of paddle. Is Coach Zeus Sanchez, really likable coach on the A1 Paddle Global Circuit. Does a lot of work behind the scenes with the young players that come from all over the world to play at the A1 Paddle Global Academy, which is at the Monte Carlo Sports Center, Monte Carlo International Sports Center in Monaco, in Beausoleil, in fact. And a lot of the young players on tour. Very grateful for the wisdom that Zeus Sanchez provides. Himself a former player and still competes at a much lower level nowadays, but a former top-level player. Lots to offer budding young professionals on circuit. Beautiful hook shot there, Tito Alemandi. This time he goes high into the air. As Alfonso lets it bounce. Goes the direction of Rami Pereira, who blocks well. He sends it high. This time it was Tolito Aguirre who blocked well. Goes for the big hit. And almost gets the swivel there from Tolito Aguirre. Backflip round his shoulder into the ground and out of court. Rami Pereira chases it all the way, almost to the grandstands, but just doesn't quite get enough. And he goes for the big hit. Doesn't get enough kick. Tolito goes. There's Rama Pereira on the left of your screen. He almost gets there. That ball kicked high into the crowd. Rama Pereira was not going to give that up. This time it's Gonzalo Alfonso who uses the wall to boast. Pereira with a flick into the net. 3-0. And Rama Pereira needs to gather his thoughts. Coach Zeus has got a job on his plate. We'll take a small break. We'll come back to you and hear what they have to say.
Y así nos vamos a dejar, así nos vamos a despedir. Con la emoción de haberle llevado un gran espectáculo. Esto no para, esto que sigue, y esto es lo que crea afición. Apareció la tontona de Gonzalo Alfonso.
Club Deportivo de São Paulo, home of the Sevilla Masters, 11th to the 20th of October later on in the year. And what a feast that will be. The Club Deportivo de São Paulo, another mecca of paddle, very much like the NAC club where we are right here for the Marbella Masters. The NAC Club de Padel de Nueva Alcantara. But before we go to Sevilla, of course, the Madrid Open, 23rd to the 29th of September. And before that, the next tournament on the calendar, the Asturias Open. That'll be from the 2nd to the 8th of September. And at that tournament, 3 new partnerships debuting. And the exciting Rami Pereira, Juan de Pascual matchup. Mouth-watering with young talent to see. Pereira and Alimande struggling here in the second set to keep up. Whoop, beautiful kick there, out of court. Expected there, Gonzalo Alfonso rooted, not chasing it out. I think he expected that to stay in. Not a lot of pace on that hit. And ball just popped over the fence and out of the court. 15-love is the scoreline. Defending 1-2 deep lobs. And this time it's Rama Pereira that goes, that goes out of court with a Portres from the right-hand side of the court. Not an easy shot to play. Polito Aguirre runs out, manages to make contact but can't get it through the door. You can see there's the big hit. Polito is there, swivels, doesn't get it back the way he should. 30-love is the scoreline. There's the kick, doesn't get enough. Gonzalo Alfonso with a swivel into the ground, out of court. You cannot, as we keep saying repeatedly, leave these hits to fall short to the hands of Gonzalo Alfonso. He will punish, he will get it out of court, and it'll be a point to Gonzalo Alfonso and Torito Aguirre. Pereira trying to speed up that Vibra in mid-flight. Let's see, there's Torito Aguirre. Just with the flick in, wrong side of the court. All. High into the sky. That one from Polito has come back with a little bit of ice. Maybe a kiss of a star. And as it comes down, Tito Alemande mistimes it. This high lob's not easy to deal with. Certainly Torito Aguirre very skilled at taking advantage of the conditions of play. And consultation again here in the Pereira Alemande camp. 30-40 the scoreline. 2 break opportunities once again for Gonzalo Alfonso and Torito Aguirre. And this time, Rama Pereira stepped up in the transition with a backhand volley into the fence, and the point is in the bag. There we go, hard and low. A little bit too quick for the reaction of Gonzalo Alfonso. Forces the golden point. Still a break opportunity on offer here. Torito Aguirre elects to receive. It's deep, it's low. Rama Pereira hard into the glass and out of court. They hold, they get a point on the board, and it's 3 games to 1. Rama Pereira prepares, goes high, gets that racket over the top of the ball, makes sure he gets the kick. There we go. Strategic discussions with rackets, protecting the conversation from the lip readers out there.
Ah, ok.
Revisión de vídeo solicitada por Ramiro Pereira. Revisión de vídeo determina que la bola es buena. 15-0.
Video review calls the ball. Antonio Chavez says the ball is good.
Mantiene una revisión de
Yeah, the
vídeo para
replay. Ball bouncing just on the line there. Ball's the serve good. 15 love is the scoreline.
15 iguales.
15 all. Players making umpire Antonio Chavez work overtime here with his video reviews. Get it with the bajada. Gets a lot of reverse spin off that glass with those bajadas of his. Those Gonzalo Alfonso. It's a little short there. Pereira resists temptation to go for power. Tries to place it just behind Gonzalo Alfonso instead. Doesn't quite come off. Goes a little deeper. So not much you can do. Changes direction. Polito equal to the task. Monday off the glass. Patient point building up here. Finds the corner, Roma Pereira. Each team member here looking for the weakness. Lots of patience. Gonzalo Alfonso resists the temptation to go for the hard bajada. Goes instead into the air. Monday off the glass. Over a 40-shot rally, and the patience rewarded here. So Roma Pereira tries to go parallel down the line off the backhand there, and almost a half volley. Ball comes off his racket into the fence straight away. Build up on that point. An over 50-shot rally that was. Lots of patient play. Well defended Tito Alemandi. Alemandi with a reverse there. Catches Gonzalo Alfonso flat-footed. See there, reverses the direction. Ball bounces just before the glass. Perfect shot. And, that's years of experience, ladies and gentlemen. Tito Alemandi didn't just start doing this. He's been doing this in the sport of paddle for over 30 years at the highest level. Wonderful, wonderful shot. Up in the air goes the ball again. This time Gonzalo Alfonso with that bajada as it comes off the back glass, keeping low. hard to get under, and Ramiro Pereira is unable to get anywhere near it, never mind under it. Let's see that. Beautiful preparation, beautiful execution, textbook stuff from Gonzalo Alfonso there. Today, both Gonzalo Alfonso and Tonito Aguirre electing to leave their magic wands behind and instead bring out the textbook. This time, with that same textbook, Tonito Aguirre forgot to do the homework. Goes straight into the back of the glass. And we have a golden point forced here. Rama Pereira straight away, hand in the air. And despite the mistakes, he keeps plugging in at Rama Pereira. It's really he's thick-skinned, he's persistent, he wants to do better, he's trying harder and harder. Straight away, with the confidence of a penalty taker. However, Gonzalo Alfonso with a perfect port place, un taco, banga, banga, there. Watch their perfect execution off the back foot, almost off balance, from perhaps a little too deep down in the court, but perfect execution. Again, more textbook stuff there from Gonzalo Alfonso.
La mitad.
Aunque sea pinchando, levantamos un poco mejor.
No, y nos han pinchado nosotros un poquito menos ahora. Un poquito, aunque sea.
Para nada, para nada.
Para mí siguen pinchando.
Siguen pinchando,
Ahora, lo que yo digo, nosotros pinchamos. Perfecto.
¿Nos vamos?
Es que no viene, no es que no viene. Cuando la maneja bien y toca y el otro llega medio y la pone, él no termina de subir.
Vale.
Y otro va a reiniciar, se la damos y van a pinchar.
¿Y si con la que está entrando Rama por aquí, en vez de entrarle a la volea de revés de Gonza, le entro a la volea de derecha de Gonza? ¿Alguna
está
vez?
tirando donde puede, me parece a mí. O está buscando justo la.
Yo estoy buscando que bajársela.
Por eso, no,
ni le busca al revés, ni le busca al derecho.
No te puedo.
Lo que salió, amigo. Abrió una banda.
En el final a veces, no sé si le querés pegar de frente o por tres. Cuando le pegas de frente te falta un poco, cuando tiras por tres se te queda. A mí me gustó esa marchita.
Vamos por esta, ¿eh?
Físico, ¿cómo están?
10 puntos, vamos.
Tiempo.
Este game gordito, lo vamos a sacar nosotros, ¿eh?
Conectado.
Vamos, mágico.
Los brazos caídos con cara de... Vamos. Se puede cambiar en algún momento. Vale.
Umpire Antonio Chavez calling time here on these players. And some of the highlights, some of those finishing points there. Gonzalo Alfonso with a little wrist flick there. There's that left-handed big hit there again, Gonzalo Alfonso. That left-handed drive volley from Tonito Aguirre, been so successful towards the direction of Tito Alemande so far in this game. But it's 4-1 Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso in the second set after dropping the first, or winning the first rather, by 7-6. And Alemande and Pereira in their last game together as a partnership have a lot of work on their hands. A mountain to climb here, as the advantage in the second set firmly in the hands of Aguirre and Alfonso. The reigning #1 pairing on the A1 Padel Global Tour, and in a position that looks to cement it even further in this match. Pereira starting to enjoy himself a little there. What a wonderful tournament this has been. To be remiss of me not to bring that up. The tournament started on the 9th of August, that is 8 days ago. And when it started with 48 teams, which included already a selection process from 113 entries that participated in several pre-qualifiers and qualifying tournaments to book themselves a spot in that last 42. The game started then on the 9th of August, and by the 11th of August, 48 teams remained, and a round of 48 ensued with the 48 best teams in the world, including the top 20 ranked teams on the A1 Padel Global Tour ranking. As the week whittled down, it whittled down to these two teams, the finalists, and of course, at stake here, not just the winning ranking points, but also the biggest chunk of the 179,000 euro prize money on offer here. 176,000 euro prize pot. Not 179, my correction, 176. And a lot of money, and these players fighting for it. 15-30 is the scoreline. Ramon Pereira goes to Gonzo Alfonso, who returns that with a big lob. Immediately moves up to the net. Lets that one bounce, goes for the corner, finishes the point. 40-50. 15-40 rather. And looking for yet another break. 3 more opportunities. And after that jittery start, which has become a regular thing, certainly in this tournament for Aguirre and Alfonso, the second set has been a little bit of a cruise for both these gentlemen in white on your screen. Oh. That shot there from Gonzo Alfonso, big smile on his face, and on Tolito Aguirre. Tolito Aguirre puts his hand across his eyes and almost in friendly mockery of that miss there by Gonzo Alfonso. That is exactly what you and I do on the weekend when we play at the local club. We're of course not A1 Padel Global professionals, but that gives us hope. These errors can happen to anyone, and Gonzo Alfonso can only but laugh at that miss at the net. Tolito Aguirre will probably be teasing him all night after this. There goes Gonzo Alfonso, mid-flight, hard and low, straight down the line, underneath the feet of Ramon Pereira. And of course, you can see here, he keeps the lob short, and Gonzo Alfonso says, "Thank you so much." And to Tito Lemande saying, "Why? What did you do that for? How did you leave that so short?" But he did indeed leave it short, and it's 5-1. 1-5 is the score. Score authority dictates. 15 love serving for the set. Is Gonzo Alfonso, and not just the set, but the match. Tito Lemandi's body language and Ramiro Pereira's almost shows a team that has resigned themselves to the fact that they won't be taking this trophy, this Marbella Masters trophy, home with them. 15 all. Pretty ready after that epic battle in the first set, taking the number ones to a tie break. Things haven't exactly gone to script in the second set. Strong favorites to begin with. Be strong favorites as the finish. Excellent movement there from Tolito Aguirre. Alfonso once again letting the ball bounce. Trusting the bounce. 3 trusts in paddle. Trust the bounce. Trust the partner. And trust the glass. Holy grail of trust on a paddle court at all levels. Tolito Aguirre with a big scream there. 30-15. Bandeja straight down the middle. Go straight into the net. 40-15 now serving for the set. And the match, crowd knows it. Crowd is clapping to a rhythm. 40-15, 5-1 in the second set after having won 7-6. Because Alfonso will want something special here. He likes winners that count. Goes over the head of Rama Pereira into the corner there. Resists the temptation. Tolito tries to be clever, keeping it close to the fence. Goes straight into the fence. 40-30. Another chance to serve. Another chance for the game set and match point. This time the crowd doesn't get excited. They turn down the parallel there from Rama Pereira. The return out of this world from Tolito Aguirre. And you can see what this means to them. This is the 6th win. Out of 8 tournaments, Tolito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso demonstrate one. Pereira and Tolito Alemande in their last look at that big price there. Let us take it over. Tolito Aguirre and Tolito Alemande. Great friends on the court. And here are the magician, the inventor of impossible shots, and the extraterrestrial, bagging yet another one. Impressive stats on the A1 Padel for the Shell hardworking, caring, travel around, they train together, they train separately. They're always involved in different things. They help some of the young players too. Now most of the time, so Gonzalo Alfonso doing a little bit more traveling in Europe, then to Nigeria. Go down the road continues to be the #1 player on the A1 Padel global rankings, cementing a position he held once upon a time 1.5 years ago, and he's now really dragging it forward. Celebrations there. Tolito and Noel Kramer, his coach, and there's little Tolito Jr. His wife. Tolito very much a family man, very much his wife follows him around the circuit with his little child. What a tournament this has been. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shortly see some prize giving, even in between that, some highlights. How's that for a finishing point there from Tolito Aguirre? Been an incredible tournament, an incredible week of Champagne Padel here on the A1 Padel Global Tour. It's been a tremendous pleasure for me keeping you company. My name is Paulo De Carmo for the A1 Padel Global English commentary team, our producers in the van, doing a tremendous job to put out this production for you, and we hope you have enjoyed it as much as what we have. We're going to shortly see the game stats on your screen. And there we are. There's the set summary, and you can just see there the number of winners, the way of Aguirre and Alfonso, and in the end, emphatic 6-1 win in the second set to seal the deal after a really tense first set that where Alemande and Pereira took the #1s into a tiebreak. There's the match summary, and once again, overwhelming statistics the way of Alfonso and Aguirre. Claudia Navarro, our on-course presenter, will be shortly on your screens on standby with the winners for an interview. And you can see the crowd has got their value for money here at the tournament. We hope you got your value for time when you tuned into our broadcast channel here on the a1paddleglobal.com website or the A1 Padel YouTube channel. Don't forget to click subscribe and like underneath. And don't forget to join the other social media platforms. Follow, like, subscribe if applicable. And that is on Instagram, TikTok.
Bueno, ya tenemos campeones de este Marbella Master. Gonza, mira que se venía un partido difícil, sobre todo ese primer set. pero en el segundo habéis conseguido encontrar vuestro camino.
Sí, bueno, obviamente, buenas tardes a todos, gracias a la gente que nos sigue, que nos hace el aguante. No tengo muchas cosas para decir, estoy muy feliz. No puedo creer lo que estamos logrando. Felicitar a Tito y a Rama, que realmente siempre lo ponen muy difícil. Gracias a toda la gente de vuelta por venir, muchísimas gracias. Nada, quiero felicitar a este gran equipo. Es impresionante lo que estamos logrando. Venimos de perder una final y la verdad que no creo que nos tumbe nada, por lo menos por ahora. Así que felicitaciones, Gordito, un placer haberme juntado con vos para ser los número 1.
Gracias a vos.
Well, Gonzalo is very happy also because they have won their 6th title and he doesn't have much more to say because he really feels like they're never going to give up and they're going to give their all. Tolito, 6º título de esta temporada, 6 de 8, seguimos con la buena racha de los mágicos.
Bueno, sí, anulo Mufa. Nosotros, como dijimos, cuando nos unimos, queremos ganar todo. Somos, creo que por lo menos de cabeza, 2 ganadores. Es nuestro trabajo, lo tomamos así a partir de este año, él un poco más. Trabaja muchísimo, se lo merece como ninguno. Yo agradecer a nuestros 3 coaches, sobre todo a Nahuel, desde que lo conocí, la verdad que me ayudó muchísimo. Ojalá lo hubiese conocido antes. A mi mujer y mandar un feliz día de niño en Argentina para mis sobrinas, que las extraño todo el año, las amo mucho, y a mi hijo.
Well, Tolito wants to thank his coach, his family, and everyone for being here. They won it all this year. They have like a winning mindset.
No, quería mandarle también un saludo muy grande a todos los niños de Argentina, en especial a mi sobrino y a mi sobrino también de parte de mi novia, y desearle este título que es para ustedes.
Bueno, pues gracias, chicos. Enhorabuena.
Y a Emilia, feliz día.
Enhorabuena, y de aquí en unos minutos empezamos con la ceremonia de premios.
Always graceful in victory is both Gonzo Alfonso and Tolito Aguirre. One of the really amazing things about these two, and this is proven in their success rate of this year, of course, winning 6 out of 8 tournaments and ever present in every final, is that they play with a smile on their face. They really enjoy the sport. They really enjoy playing together, and it's continuous smiles, even when they are down in the dumps, when things aren't going well. They discuss things, of course, and they moan and groan at one another, but in the end, their smiles all around. They play the sport the way it's been intended to be played, with a fun, winning mentality, and that is tremendous, and that's one of the big contributors to their success. Of course, hard work, a big part of it, and these two are certainly hard workers on court. There's a court announcer about to introduce
Nueva Alcántara Club. Muchas gracias, y sobre todo al personal que nos ha hecho por su hospitalidad y esfuerzo para hacer uno de los mejores torneos del año. También a todas las marcas patrocinadoras que han hecho posible este evento, y, cómo no, a todo el equipo de trabajo que durante estos días ha estado con nosotros. No nos olvidamos de estos Ball Boys. Le damos un fortísimo aplauso al personal de control, equipos médicos y también al equipo personal involucrado en este A1 Padel Marbella Master. Agradecer, cómo no, a todos estos aficionados y público. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Y bueno, vamos a pasar, porque nos acompañan en el día de hoy Pedro Cabral, General Manager de NAC, Miguel Matía, socio propietario del NAC, Lisandro Vieites, concejal de deportes del Ayuntamiento de Marbella, y Fabriz Pastor, presidente y fundador del A1 Padel. Por favor, vamos a pasar la palabra en primer lugar. Hablará con nosotros Miguel Matía, socio propietario de Nueva Alcántara Club.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias a todos, muchísimas gracias, Fabriz. Ha sido un honor poder acoger esto Voy a empezar en español, luego saltaré al inglés, pero bueno, intentar dar gusto a todos. La verdad que es imposible agradecer a todo el mundo. Quiero empezar por ellos, por los chicos, por los ball boys, por los que están allí, por Vanessa, por Alejo, por todo el equipo técnico. Hoy hemos querido transmitirle a todo el equipo de A1, que es excepcional a nivel humano y luego además son capaces de hacer esta barbaridad, todo nuestro cariño. De verdad lo digo, que es maravilloso trabajar con ellos, así se lo he dicho y quiero volver a insistir. La verdad que es vuestra casa. As I'm saying, this is your house, A1 Padel. Hopefully you will be here for many, many, many years. I hope so. This is not your house. Now you are our family. So we are so, so grateful for the work you are doing, for the so humble guys, the efforts that you are doing day by day with always hugging for us, with a smile. I should say thank you to my wife that is always there and taking some pictures. And she let me work in. And of course, let me ask for the big applause for my team. Guillermo, please, Pedro, Beatriz, all of you. It's impossible, Mané, people that is not here working just today, but they have helped a lot, like Gorka, everybody. So thank you, everyone. I'm waiting for you next year. Hopefully, we will be here again and again and again, one year. This is your house. This is your family. Thank you so much.
Siguiente lugar, vamos a pasar la palabra a Lisandro Vieites, concejal de Deportes del Ayuntamiento de Marbella.
Bueno, muy buenas noches. En primer lugar, darle la enhorabuena a los finalistas y, por supuesto, a los ganadores. Y en nombre del Ayuntamiento, pues estoy convencido que este circuito es un circuito que ha llegado por primera vez a la ciudad, pero ha llegado para quedarse, y así trabajaremos junto con NAC, junto con Fabriz, al que también agradezco que haya apostado por Marbella para celebrar un evento y un circuito tan importante como este. Por supuesto, a Miguel, a Pedro, que hayan puesto a disposición el club en un tiempo récord. También hace la marca Marbella, también es esto, así que también agradeceros, por supuesto, y espero a todos veros el año que viene con una nueva edición del Marbella Master, en el cual hemos disfrutado todo y el nivel ha sido magnífico. Así que enhorabuena a todos. Fabriz, gracias por contar con nosotros y con Marbella, y estoy convencido de que este circuito se consolidará en el tiempo y Marbella será un referente en el mundo del pádel y dentro de la A1 Series. Muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, Lisandro. Y ahora toma la palabra Fabriz Pastor, presidente y fundador A1 Padel.
Bueno, la verdad que es con emoción, porque para mí Marbella era el pádel, era el inicio del pádel para España. Creo que teníamos que honrarlo, y además tenemos el mejor club de pádel del mundo, el NAC, liderado por el concejal de Deportes, que sé que ha ayudado muchísimo para que este proyecto sea posible. Quiero felicitar a los jugadores, porque creo que han hecho un torneo impecable. Me gustaría un aplauso, porque de verdad... Mi equipo de trabajo, que la verdad trabajan 23 horas al día, les dejamos dormir una. Y sobre todo al público. Señores, sin ustedes todo esto no sería posible. Así que nos veremos el año que viene. Muchísimas gracias.
Bueno, pues ahora sí, vamos a comenzar con la premiación. Este primer premio van a hacer entrega a los finalistas del A1 Padel Marbella Master. Pedro Cabral, General Manager, y Miguel Matías, socio propietario, ambos de NAC, Nueva Alcántara Club. Recibimos a los finalistas del A1 Padel Marbella Master, Adrián Tito Alemandi y Ramiro Pereira. Pareja que se despide hoy, pero que seguiremos disfrutando de su buen pádel en el resto del circuito A1 Padel.
That is their second final, second place.
Y le damos ese fortísimo aplauso a los finalistas, Adrián Tito Alemandi y Ramiro Pereira.
5 out of the 6, 7 semi-finals out of 8, 2 finals out of 8. Tremendous performance for a new partnership here.
Por favor, invitamos ahora para hacer entrega al presidente de A1 Padel, Fabrice Pastor, y al concejal de Deportes de Marbella, Lisandro Viltes. Recibamos, como se merece, con un fortísimo aplauso a los vencedores del A1 Padel Marbella Master, Lionel Tolito Aguirre y Gonza Alfonso.
We have the winners of the tournament, Lionel Tolito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso, the winners of this A1 Padel Marbella Masters. Their trophies there from the tournament director and from Mr. Fabrice Pastor, the president of and founder of the A1 Padel Global Tour. Beautiful trophies those. A1 Padel logos.
Y se llevan este pedazo de reconocimiento de Marbella, A1 Padel Marbella Master.
For the biggest chunk of the €176,000 prize pot on offer here at this Marbella Masters. As we close out with these pictures, it's been a tremendous pleasure to host you, and right here at the NAC Club Padel de Nueva Alcantara in Marbella in the south of Spain, we bid you good night and look forward to keeping you company on the 2nd.
Y aquí tenemos a los chicos que nos han dado este pedazo de espectáculo en el día de hoy, en la gran final.
Just nearby, in Spain, another one of the lekker stops in the Spanish countryside, and of course, Spain, the epicenter of paddle in the world, the global epicenter of paddle, and we have the winners there, fireworks display. We're going to leave you with these final words. That is that right here, A1 Padel, we live paddle. And we bid you good night. Hasta la vista.